So today I'm going to talk to you about how you can start to make your full-time job more enjoyable and some things that you can do to just get better at your job and make it feel not so draining and annoying that you have to go into work and help you get over that dread and resistance to go into work because I'm sure we all feel that at some points. And this is for people that are, in a full-time job. You may want to transition into becoming an entrepreneur, or you're currently working on it. But even if that's the case for you, I want to still help you, enjoy your full-time job a little bit more because you're still going to be working there for 8 hours a day plus. So it's a lot of time out of your day. So, before we begin, my name is Michael, and I help young men in their early 20s gain some more free time and then use that free time for entrepreneurship and gaining a healthier mindset. So, also, before we begin, I just need to say that last night I ate fast food at Chick-fil-A and I went on a walk and I came back home and turned on Netflix and watched a couple episodes, and then I ate these like like carb-filled balls with jelly in them. They were mainly like sweets, and ate that with milk and some oatmeal. So I know I always preach, don't do these activities like eat junk food and eat fast food and lay around, but I do it sometimes. And I wish I didn't, but it happens sometimes. So just reminding you that we all do it, but the goal is to decrease the length of time that you can stay away from these things. So I would like to stay away from, laying around and watching Netflix and eating junk food for at least the next couple weeks. Yeah, it's really just about expanding the time that you're away from this stuff, and then also decreasing the amount of time you spend on this stuff, like Netflix, laying around, scrolling on your phone, eating junk food. So just had to get that out, and yeah. So I'm going to talk about how you can make your full-time job more enjoyable. So I've always been a hard worker. I've talked about this in other videos, but I've always had that feeling like I have to be doing something and my time has to be occupied with something. And whenever I got into work, whatever job it was for me, whether I was a caddy at a golf course, that was one of my first jobs, or I was a dishwasher at this banquet place. But whatever job it was, I always like I did not want to be lazy. I wanted to be the best worker there. And I didn't consciously tell myself I'm gonna be the best worker, but I think it was more of a fear of like being seen as the bad worker, as the lazy worker. Like I didn't want that at all. So always had like a decent drive at work. And even in like other jobs in college, I had a golf course job as a manager. And like I always wanted to work hard. It didn't matter about the pay so much. It just mattered about like me doing the tasks and me keeping myself occupied at work. And maybe it's how I was raised by my dad. Maybe it was some other influences, but I always had that feeling. But anyways, this is not to say that even if even if you don't have that like drive at work or you don't have that like motivation or like fire in your belly type of feeling, that you can't enjoy your work and that you can't enjoy working hard because I think anybody can enjoy working hard once they develop the right mindset. It's all about like feeling like you're doing the right tasks and then making progress towards your goals. So, yeah, hopefully this video is to help you whether you do have that fire in your belly type of feeling or if you don't have that like drive and motivation, you just kind of feel like when you had to go to work or you feel annoyed and yeah, you may have periods where you're at work and you feel like you have to put on a face and you feel like you have to play this character. Like you have to do these things that is expected from you. You have to communicate in a certain way. You have to communicate how this like job title would communicate. You have to talk the company lingo, and that can be draining. So if you have that feeling like you're playing a character, I've been there and it's pretty draining. And then you're always thinking about work. It's like, oh, I have to go in and play this character. Like why can't I just be at home where I can be myself? So this video hopefully also will help you out if you have that feeling, like you feel like you have to play a character and feel annoyed when you have to go into work. So, yeah, I ended up getting to a point where my most recent job was a I worked in like the construction industry and my job title was senior sales and operations coordinator. And it didn't start like that. It started as like another position. But I did that for about a year and a half. And when I first got that job, that was it was about like a year and a half ago. And I was in that mindset like I'm not gonna have be at this job that long. Like I'm gonna make business work and I'm gonna quit my full-time job here soon. And I basically had that mindset coming into the job. And so it made it like difficult when I was actually at work because my mind was away from what I was actually doing. Like, I knew going into this job that it wasn't going to be long term. I knew that any job, like once I learned about entrepreneurship, I knew that any job I had from that point on, it was just going to be a short-term thing because I'm going to do my own thing. I just knew that. And so this mindset, because of this, like I was trying business out outside of work, and I was just learning the skill of like working outside of work, which is a tough skill. It it takes a long time to like build that, and it's a lot of work. So my mind, when I was at work, wasn't really like focused on the work that I was doing or focused on the people around me. And so I ended up gaining like resentment, like, "Oh, I'm not even going to be around these people that long anyways. I'm not even, it doesn't even matter like how I treat people." I felt like I was putting on a character because it just helped me get by during the day. And it was draining. Like there were periods where I didn't want to go into work. Like I'd be dreading going into work because I had to play this character. And so I don't know, like what I ended up realizing is that even if I plan on doing my own thing, first of all, it's going to take a while to get the income going outside of work to be able to support my basic living expenses. And second of all, think of how much time I'm spending at my job, 8+ hours a day. So if I'm spending that time there anyways, then I might as well make it enjoyable. Might as well not have like resentment and play a character and be stressed out for no reason. So, like when I learned that and learned that it's just a part of this journey of entrepreneurship, a job is part of your journey of entrepreneurship. Then I started like seeing how I could incorporate my job into what I wanted to do long term, which is own my own business. And then I just saw it in a different perspective. I started to like see, I started to like get a bigger picture of what our company was doing that made it successful. Started realizing that business is about customer service and it's about relationships and it's about people. It's not about this like numbers and analytics. That has nothing to fucking do with that. Like number or money isn't about like penny pinching, and it's about providing value by giving more to your customers, giving a good experience, doing things that the other company won't. competitors won't do. So I started like taking on this learning mindset. I started learning how my role was playing into the business. And it was actually good because, like, even though I worked for a corporation, it was more so like a branch structure. So it was like really, I got to see like how the branch ran and like it's good to see like like day-to-day activities of a branch and understand how that makes a makes the business profit, because if you understand that, then you can apply that to your own business. So if you take on this student mindset of like learning just more about business, it can help you out. Even if you don't plan on working in the industry you're in, even if you feel like annoyed to go into work, even if you feel like you have to play a character, try to start learning more. Start asking your manager questions like, how did he get promoted to the point where he's at? What was his journey or her journey? Learn from your coworkers. What industries did they come from? How did they get to this point that they're at? Like, learn about the progression of their careers, because then you just learn more about life in general and you can relate it to your life. Like, and you can also, you don't have to share every single personal detail about your life, but you can be personable. You can open up about things. You can be yourself. And you can ask more about your coworkers, ask more about their lives, develop relationships, and you'll find that it makes it just a little bit more enjoyable coming into work. And it's up to you, like, it's not up to the work environment to make it enjoyable. It's up to you as the individual coming into this work environment to lighten up other people's days. Like, be the one to initiate the conversations, be the one to ask the questions, be the one to be the student. So, those are some action steps that you can start taking to make your job more enjoyable. So, mainly, start to get to know your coworkers more. Start to be more personal. Don't share every single detail of your life, but be open and be yourself. And start to view this job as part of your overall journey. Whether you're looking to develop a career or you're looking to start your own business, whatever it is, by learning about other people, learning about their progression, learning about their like thoughts about work and about the job, learning about how your manager got to where they're at, learning about how your business or company makes money, makes profit, then you can start to pull this learning and apply it to your own like business or apply it to your own career. You can learn how to become a more valuable employee in the future if you want to develop a career. You can learn how to become a more valuable entrepreneur by learning how this business model works and apply it to your own business. So try to be good at the job. Try to see how your role at the job plays into the company. Like, how does your role provide value? Why do you get paid the amount you get paid? So, start to ask these questions and understand that business is about people. It's, it's all a people thing. Learn more about your customers that your company serves, or if you don't work with customers directly, learn more about your coworkers, learn more about the business, even if you don't plan on staying there long term. Learn about how this business makes money. These are valuable things that you can apply into your own business or career if you plan on doing something else. So, yeah, hopefully this video helps and you can at least take some of these things into your job to make it just a little bit more enjoyable. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you got some value out of this. Thank you.